Hey, it's Nick Parker. Thank you for checking out mywcwp.com and nickparkerlive.com. Let's take a listen to when I had the pleasure to hang out with Nicki Richards live on the air. 2, 3,
kick it. On air with Nick Parker.
It is 4:08. What's going on? My name is Nick Parker, and we got a party in the studio. Special guest today. Gorgeous, by the way, Nicki Richards. She is live in the studio. If you guys are thinking of questions or ready, you want to hit us up, 516-299-2030. And we got Monica and Drew hanging out too.
Yep, what up? What's going on, everyone?
What's up?
So let's jump right into it and find out a little bit of background before we get into, the nooks and crannies.
Questions.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready for
the
you.
hard hitting. Yeah, so what's up? Now, Nicki Richards, I'm holding your album here right now. Where could they get this album?
iTunes, CD Baby, Amazon.com, Rhapsody,
everywhere.
Napster, everywhere.
Good. iTunes. Everyone has iTunes. Do you have an iPod?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What kind?
Yes.
Do you have the iPhone?
I have an iPhone.
Oh.
I'm one of these scary nerd girls. I have a BlackBerry. I have an iPhone. Any gadget that exists, I try to keep up on it. And
it's very nice.
You must have a big purse.
I have.
Carry all that
See
stuff
this?
with
That's
you.
the luggage I have with me. It's huge.
Very cool. Now,
what I was just going to ask you, what's playing on your iPod right now?
Oh gosh.
Your top 5 songs. What's playing when you're on the treadmill? When you're
good
running?
question. Yes.
There's so much stuff. I can't even weed it out. Let me
give us one.
Oh boy.
You can listen to this song over and over, and it won't get old.
See, I don't have them like that.
No.
It's so random. It's so random.
See, I do.
Yeah?
Spice Girls, definitely. Not gonna lie. Why lie?
Hey,
Monica doesn't work here.
Yeah, I don't
we
even
actually just found her
now.
10 minutes ago. So
I love it all.
Now let's talk about you. How did you get your start in the biz?
Oh, man. Not too long ago.
Okay.
I started hitting the late night jams in Manhattan.
Okay. Is that where you played your first gig? All underage.
Yeah, I would just go and, it's embarrassing that, the musicians I would meet, they'd want to try to hit on me. I'm like, look, man, I'm not interested in that. Listen to my demo, check out my CD.
Yeah.
I'm a bad mamma jamma, and I want you to take me seriously and listen to this music because that's what it's about.
Very cool.
And luckily for me, it worked.
That's
out.
Awesome.
That's great.
Somebody listened, and it just kind of spiraled, snowballed from there.
Where was your moment where you're like, this is actually going to work?
Oh boy, I started out doing goofy songwriter demo singing, and the more of those things that I did, even the ones for free, the more stuff that I had on CD or whatever media, when that started piling up, I knew I had enough songs that I could impress somebody. I knew I was.
And where'd you go? What's the next step you took?
Oh boy, let's see. I think also I was writing my own material. I was writing songs. Took over friends' computers and learned every program that there was. I studied, instruments and tried to get good at everything.
Now, do you play instruments?
I play keys, yeah. I mean, I've just taken up bass as a hobby. It's kind of
cool.
Kind of a joke with my friends right now.
Very cool.
I have to get better. But I did as much as I possibly could to be the best musician or artist that I could be. Then I went after finding musicians to play with, started a word-of-mouth campaign, finally got noticed by a manager.
Good.
Started putting me in situations. And it started really small. It just...
Yeah.
And there you go.
And you build from there.
You just build from there.
Very nice.
That's
Drew,
awesome.
do you have a question?
Yes. And who would you say are some of your biggest musical inspirations? Where do you get that drive from?
Yeah.
Okay, I will say, as a songwriter, Stevie Wonder, who I think is
Interesting.
the most prolific writer. I mean, just volumes of stuff. He just constantly... I try to do that. I try to write every day, or I'm constantly trying to come up with something great. I like all the funk boys. I like the old school funk, nasty,
the funk.
down. Yeah.
Very nice. Well, we will actually get to some of that later.
Okay.
In the show. No, if you're just tuning in, we are hanging out with Nicki Richards, and if you got a question, hit us up 516-299-2030 or on AIM, mywcwp. More with Nicki Richards in just a little bit. Nicki, again, I got to say thank you for coming and hanging out with us.
I'm so thrilled to be here.
Well,
so great.
More with her and your questions coming up. Matt and Nathanson, come on, get higher right now on Top 40 Total Access.
On air with Nick Parker.
Nicki Richards live in the studio dancing. She's dancing.
Now playing on Top 40 Total Access.
Okay, so as I said, we are live in the studio. We got the pleasure of having Nicki Richards hanging out with us.
You sweet talker.
Oh, well, what are you doing after the show? So let's talk. We're about to get into your new, one of your singles, Bring the Love.
Yeah.
Now I'm holding the single case right in my hand right now. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's talk about it. Just, Monica.
Yeah, let me check it out.
Check it out.
Okay.
And Drew.
You look a little different now.
little different.
I don't know what
Quite
it
a
is.
do. Quite a do.
Could it be
the pink hair?
Could it be
The
the
pink hair.
explosion of ice cream pink hair?
Why'd you pick the pink hair? Where's that come from?
The photographer, great photographer named Lynn Goldsmith. She's a rock and roll photographer, Rolling Stone magazine, all that stuff. She's just a creative, crazy person, and
I love it. You look like a rock star in this
we
picture,
just
does she
went
not?
there.
Was the pink
Beautiful.
poodle asleep when they put it on your
It
head?
was on my head. It was in there.
All right.
Very cool. Now, what can you tell us quickly about the song Bring the Love?
Bring the love. Ooh, honey. Well,
Do you want Mr. Parker to bring the love? Is this what we're...
yes, Mr. Parker, would you please? A couple of things about that song. The first thing is, Drew, before we started, you were asking me about some of my influences.
Correct.
An obvious one, listening to the song, is Shaka Khan and Rufus from way back in the
All
70s.
right.
Okay.
So I'm doing the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame show, singing with Paul Schaefer and Will Lee. Will
Yes.
Lee's bassist on the late night show.
This is awesome. Late Night with David
Yeah,
Letterman.
I said to him, I was like, I got to hire a bassist to come in and play a bass line that sounds kind of like Shaka Khan's "I'm Every Woman" for this song that I just wrote called "Bring the Love." Well, who do you think I should get, man? Are you available? I don't know. He just shook his head and said, man, I played on the original. I was like, oh, okay, well, there you go. So I got Will Lee to come in, and he played this gorgeous, funky bass line on this thing.
Awesome.
The song is about tolerance. It's about of any kind. We need more love, man. It's not about our differences.
Easily
Beautiful.
relatable, too. I want to hear it.
That is right. We're going to get into that right now. Brand new music by Nicki Richards. She's live in the studio right now, and this is Bring the Love.